Do we address the fact that we've been gone for a tiny amount of time?
Well, we can address it now. Welcome to the BTBS podcast. I'm your host, Tristan, co-host Jack, vice versa.
Ew.
We are back on it. Episode 3. This is crazy. It's been such
It's
a
been
long
a
time.
minute.
It has
It's
been.
been a minute.
It's been a minute.
I can explain though. Do not worry.
We can explain. We've had this giant plan. We've come up with this huge release for episode 3.
We have episodes coming out weekly. We're back. Bangers only. You know how it is.
Bangers only.
Bangers only.
Bangers only. Nothing else. Only the bangers for you guys. The 20 viewers we have. Let's go. Bangers only.
So, if anyone was actually interested in this channel, I'm sorry that I let you down, but I'm back. Do not worry. Do not get your hopes down. We are here.
We are not queer, and we're back in it again. Beyond the BS podcast. Check out the Twitter. Check out everything. Go support. We have been gone for so long. It is crazy. All right, enough talking about why we've been gone. All right, we're going to touch on the fact, because I don't remember if we touched on this in episode 2, but Outer Banks. We were hyping this trip up on the podcast for 2 whole episodes. I cannot remember. Jack, if you wouldn't mind checking by chance the date of the podcast and if we went to Outer Banks before or after.
It was 5 months ago, so we
Say about before or no?
It was before, yeah.
Wait, is it like June or August? Question mark. Sorry.
It's November, which is the 11th month, and 5 months ago. So we went in. We talked about it in June.
Don't make it technical. Like, just
But so we may have touched up on this before. We were supposed to go on this like big vacation. There's gonna be this big thing, and it was. It was cool.
It was a pretty fun trip. A massive L taken on my part, but
yeah.
it was fine. Okay, so where should we start? Wow. I think we're gonna start with me getting punched in the face by Ben.
An anonymous.
By Ben. Ben clocked me in my face because I was ignoring him for a day. We're all is chill now.
Good kids.
Good kids, you know. We were all raised in a proper manner. We were just having a jolly good time. And it's jolly good. I'm not even lying. We were doing jolly good. It was great. And then from there, the trip was kind of, I wouldn't say ruined, but it was just a lot more awkward for me to be around Ben, because there was a day, like 3 days before the trip ended, I started talking trash to everybody to Jack, and then his mom heard, because she was sitting across the pool, and the trip dynamic was ruined, and the parents got so mad because they thought the friend group was ruined, and they just don't realize this happens like every other week.
It was a crazy experience. I felt like it was a break from COVID almost, though. I felt like there was no COVID there.
There wasn't. I don't think I maybe saw a few workers wearing masks when we went to like the food grocery stores. Then we went to like.
Speaking of COVID, if you guys listen to episode 1, some of my COVID predictions. Well, boy, were we wrong, because it's November now and this is getting worse. So stay safe, but
please.
I was wrong.
Please stay safe. We were very positive, optimistic would be a better word, to see how COVID would be done by June, or we recorded it would have been done by like, I think we said winter maybe, but we thought it would be done way sooner, and now it's getting worse.
Just stay in your house and listen to this. Listen to this podcast while you're in your house.
We will accompany you with the best content. You don't need to go anywhere beyond the BTS or BTBS. Our words are food. You don't need water or food, because our words actually false advertising. But you know what I mean.
So I want to touch up on the topic.
Okay,
what were you gonna say?
I think we're plugging the everything too much. We're gonna cut down on that. Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry for the plugs, guys. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
I was in a debate the other day about Uber or Lyft, and I don't really use them that much, but my exact words were Lyft is Uber, but there's a chance that you get raped.
I don't know if that gets us demonetized, but yeah. I also think Lyft is a lot cheaper, And
It's
honestly,
not.
if you
It's
just
not. It's
it's
ridiculous.
it's like it's a good $5 cheaper depending on distance, in my opinion. Like from the 2 times I've gotten either one with my parents, because I'm never gonna do that by myself. I'd rather just take a train.
Yeah.
It's Lyft is cheaper eventually. It gets there to the point where it's cheaper. And if you carry the blicky on you, like me and Jack do, there's no chances. Okay, no, imagine
The blicky.
the blicky. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna elaborate.
That was a very random. That was a very random debate I had with someone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, I don't think I've really had many Ubers in my life or many Lyfts. I think I've had one Lyft and like 3 Ubers. And
I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna touch back on what I meant by a massive L in the Outer Banks. So actually it might have been a W in some people's eyes, but it was an L on my part. So like 2 weeks before the trip ended, I broke up with this girl. Right, perfectly fine. It happens in life. Then during the trip, I think she wasn't a junior at the time, but she was a incoming junior, and I was an incoming freshman, and she was on to me, like she was into me, and I guess
We won't name names out of respect, but
we won't name names, but
it was funny.
yeah. First letter B ends with Ailey. Never never mind that. No. And then I think I gotta talk about this kid, her boyfriend. That one I won't name. Name starts with D, ends with Annie. He was so mad at me. It was hilarious. But the thing was, he's so much shorter than me, so he wouldn't get out of his car. And I know he was a senior going into his senior year. And he just witnessed his girl cheating on him with a freshman. So it was pretty funny in my eyes. It was an L, but it was funny.
That's so demoralizing to be on your way going off to college soon.
Yeah,
you have a nice girlfriend, and bam, with a freshman. I'd be pissed. I'd be depressed.
I think they got like closer and more sexual to each other after I was in that like trifecta of just doing things. You know what I mean?
So essentially, you were what they needed.
Yeah, I was the realization
The
that
foundation.
circumcised penises are better than uncircumcised. We're not gonna.
Holy shit!
We're done.
James Harden just got traded to the Nets as we're speaking.
Wow, that's huge. That is huge. It's gonna be a dream team next year.
We don't talk a lot about sports, but
I'm not okay. So if you've listened to the past 2 podcasts, you know I'm probably the least educated on sports, except when it comes to like certain sports, maybe like I don't know, tennis, Formula 1, like just very sports that people don't normally talk about, like European sports, because my family is very European, and just British, Australia, all of that. Like none of it like resonates with American football, basketball, stuff like that. So that's huge. The Nets are gonna be huge. Like that's gonna be a dream team.
That's insane.
What do they have? KD, Kyrie, and James Harden now?
Yup.
That's
scary. That's so scary.
That is scary. I mean, if they're all well and healthy next season, it's over. They're definitely championship winning team, unless the chemistry isn't there. If the chemistry isn't there, then they don't win. That would be very disappointing.
How do you have 3 players of that capacity share the ball equally?
That is true. I think Kevin Durant could understand, but I feel like James Harden and Kyrie Irving. I mean, if Kyrie Irving is surrounded with good players, he does better.
But at the same time, you think of Kyrie as the distributor and KD and James as the receivers, then that could work. But if they're all trying to hot dog on their own, it's not going to work.
It's definitely not. I think I don't know who the coach is for the Nets, but depending on the coach, I think if they have good coaching, the team could be amazing. If it's bad coaching, they're gonna just flop. They're gonna be a flopped championship team. But I want to this season. I am beyond pissed. I'm a Celtics fan. We lost to the Bulls. It was the Bulls, right? Definitely the Bulls. We lost.
No.
Wait, was it not the Bulls? Oh, it was the Heat.
No.
Shit, I completely forgot.
I'm a Bulls fan. And
same colorway. Same colorway. Same colorway. Okay, I was confused. I didn't remember. All right, we lost to Jimmy Butler. We didn't lose to the Heat. We lost to Jimmy Butler. I don't care what you say. No, we lost to our own teammate, Jason Tatum.
Light skin Tatum couldn't
He
pull through.
sucked that game. It was depressing. Oh, the whole series he sucked. I mean, I think our best player was, I wouldn't say Kemba, but like Jaylen Brown.
Daniel Tice.
Daniel Tice popping off every game. No, we had a team that could have maybe done well against the Lakers, and then we threw it against Jimmy Butler. It was depressing. It was very sad. And then they lost 4-1 in the series.
Watching the NBA just didn't feel the same. I don't know why, but not having fans just weird. It was weird. It was just really weird to see them playing in a bubble.
Honestly, it didn't bother me that much. It was kind of cool.
I feel like if I was in the NBA, fans would be a big motivation for me to play. Like having people there.
I honestly wouldn't care. I would just be I think what you need to know is that you're getting paid so major amounts of money. You got drafted for that team. You know what I mean? Like if you're starting, especially, you got to perform just for that reason. Of course, the fans is an added bonus.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jack knows that from the sheer amount of 2K he plays. But he needs the fans bonus. Okay, I know. Okay, before the podcast, we were like, because we have people who have like, I guess, reviewed the podcast say us that we talk too much about video games. But what is going on with the PS5 and Xbox Series X? Come on now. We have to touch on that.
No. That's not video games. That is a real thing we could talk about.
Because everyone wants a PS5. Everyone wants an Xbox Series X.
Screw the Xbox. I don't care how many people I know are getting it, because I know at some point in the future I'll have both. So it doesn't matter. So it's really just about what I'm getting first to build a foundation. And I want to get all my games on the PS5 because overall, it's a better console. Let's be honest. The Xbox is nothing new. We've seen it a million times. It's just smaller and shaped more like a fridge this time. I don't fucking want it.
They made an Xbox fridge, like an actual fridge to store food. And it's just a joke, in my opinion. It is the biggest joke I've ever seen. And the thing is, they can take a joke, which is why I enjoy Xbox.
What a way to cap off the year, Bobby Shmurda getting released and 2 new consoles. Couldn't ask for a better finale.
Bobby Shmurda is about to get like another 10 years because he's going to come out. The hat is just going to levitate to him. It's going to just pop on his head again, and then he's going to go rape another girl, and
that's true.
He's going to get back in jail. It's going to happen. I don't think he's a changed man. Unless I will completely forgive him if he releases some fire music the day he gets out. But that's the only way.
Lil Wayne's about to go to jail for 10 years.
Also, I know on the screen it says airs 3 days a week. It is a little misleading. I am aware of that. We are trying to...
No, it doesn't say that on the screen, I don't think. I think it says that in the bio. I don't know where it says that. It says it somewhere. We're going to try, though.
No, it says it on the cover art. And
well, we're going to try.
Yeah, we are definitely going to try.
But, it's not easy. Actually, it is easy.
We have such a dynamic where it's very easy for us to record. Like, it's just a thing that I think we could do easily. It's just Thursday, Fridays we can't record, or Saturdays some weeks because I don't have my recording set up at anywhere but my mom's, and I can't move my PC to record. And it's really hard for me to record and edit if I don't have my main setup with me, because editing's a lot easier with the 2 monitors I have. I record Blue Yeti. I mean, I guess it's easy to move, but I don't have a laptop I could also record on. And I'm pretty much the one-man tech show, I guess you could say. Except for Jack. Jack has good equipment, so that makes up for some things. I think we should honestly say right now, before we go on any other topic or on the podcast, it's probably just gonna be me and Jack for a while.
So Mark, don't expect to see him on here, but if he does, I'll be happy. But I don't hear from him much. Taylor, you'll see him on here a little bit. Ben depends once in a while.
Ben is kind of giving us the hard no. Taylor, I don't know much about, and I don't speak to him, and I don't know what his schedule is. It really depends on how he's feeling, and it he could be sleeping almost all the day. So we don't
In
know.
the near future, we're gonna try to get some cool guests on here. Make it
We will try to
interesting.
get some cool guests. Maybe a promoter? Question mark.
Might happen.
We might happen. Might happen. I don't want it to become a two-man podcast. You know, those aren't always the most entertaining. But if you like our voices, just let us know. You know, in the comments, be like, hey, you know, we like the 2 men better than the 4 men or the 5 men. I can't even remember. Did we have 2 5-mans or 1 5-man, 1 4-man?
We had one 5-man episode, and then we had one 4.
Who wasn't on the 4th one? Was it Mark or was it
Yeah,
It was
Mark wasn't
Mark.
on episode 1, and then episode 2 had all of us.
Yeah. Wait, I thought it was Vice. It doesn't matter. It's been a while. It's been a while, guys. I can't even remember the last time. I don't even have the last recording saved. It's yeah. I don't even have the login info for our YouTube channel, so I might not even be able to post this. No, I'm kidding. It'll be
I have
uploaded.
it.
It'll be uploaded by the. It'll be uploaded by the day of recording, most definitely. All right, so next generation consoles, 2K21 question mark? Like, it
It's gonna be
looks
big.
sick. You cannot. I mean, are you gonna waste the $100 to get your player to a 91 because they upped it this year?
Oh, yes,
Most
yes,
definitely.
yes.
I'm gonna do it as well. I'm gonna get the $80 one, get the 100K VC. You know what I mean? I think I'm
I
gonna
need
make a. I don't know what I'm gonna make. Playmaking shot creator, I guess.
I'm gonna make an
I'm gonna make a-
offensive facilitator.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a Ticino type build. Someone who can just shoot under pressure. No, you can't tell me that Ticino isn't the best player in the game. He deserves
He's
that
up there.
title. He's won so many wagers. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I would need a lot more practice because I would need to play like stage, because stage is where you can actually get better at the game. And don't tell
like
me,
like
Park.
ante up,
What'd you say? Sorry.
ante up.
Oh, ante up, yeah. You need to play like stuff on the line, because that triggers your flight or flight 2K21 skills, man. Also, the new meter, I love it. I actually played at Mark's house. I was greening everything. No, I don't care about the pro stick, this aiming, like moving the stick to the side, left, right. No, just hold the X button on the new meter. It works great, in my opinion. All I'm gonna say. And Kawhi actually has such a good jumper in that game, and so does Larry. Larry Bird with the new meter is like the best thing I've seen.
Wet like Larry.
It is
yeah.
Larry on any game, but it's so much easier to green, in my opinion, on the new meter. I think if I started earlier, that's would have given me an advantage, because I enjoyed it so much more with the new meter, and everyone hated it, but I didn't get a start on it. Wow, that was a lot to talk about 2K21 and get off my chest about 2K21.
Honestly, I'm not ready to say goodbye to my PS4.
I mean, I already said goodbye. Mine doesn't even work. You know,
Like-
I have like all my bags on top of it right now. This won't even be working in a couple days. Like, we turned off and everything.
It's been here.
I think I'm gonna sell it. Like, definitely. I'm gonna sell it this weekend.
It's not a dumb idea.
I mean, I need to go to a shop that will at least give me 80 for it, and then 20 for all the games on top.
I walked into GameStop and they deadass told me my PS4 was worth $17.
Yeah, GameStop is a scam, and that's why they're going out of business soon. Hopefully, maybe.
No, they are.
They should.
are.
They
There's no
definitely
way.
should. Dude, I don't think I'll get it my PS5 till my birthday though, which is around June, unless I make a little money on the side. You know, 1,000 subscribers on the Beyond the BTBS podcast. We can put ads. We can get us that PS5. We can put on some epic gameplay for you. I did not say epic. It was some Liddy gameplay. Okay, we're gonna.
And he said Liddy.
We
That's fine.
said Liddy. Okay.
Yeah, if you guys share this with your friends and get us views, then you could see some pretty cool stuff.
You know, we have some great stuff for our viewers, which we will only disclose once we actually get viewers. We've prepared some cool stuff, and I literally just said we're gonna stop plugging the channel. We're stopping now. Okay, plugging is over. I'm gonna start up a topic, and Jack, you're gonna just go off of it. School and
Okay.
COVID. Go. What are your
Yeah,
opinions?
I don't like it. I don't like it. I want to be in school fully, but I know it's a risk. But I want to because I can't focus when I'm sitting at home because I got my PC going off. I have my phone. It's hard. It's hard.
I think online schooling is just such a joke because students can't learn. It's especially for me. I have such a trouble learning on online. It's just I just don't understand. There's so many urges not to focus on the lesson. You're always trying to do something else. I've had countless amount of times where I'm just leaving my classes to go play Fortnite. Not leaving, but just ignoring them completely. I don't think Jack has that same problem, but
No, but
it's you and Among Us
I
because you have over 100 hours on that game.
hey.
We don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. No, I have like 200 hours on Siege. You're fine. And there's always. Dude,
I just think online schooling's gay personally. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone if you have the option.
And being gay is fine. Online schooling is not enjoyable. I don't want those blue-haired girls coming after us. Episode 3. You know what I'm saying, Jack?
Oh God, but school's been interesting. It's definitely been This will be a year to remember.
It will. We're living through history right now. It's pretty crazy. It is.
I've never heard anyone say that.
Oh, my mom says it all the time. She is like, "You guys are living through history right now. You should be excited and worried, but excited mostly."
I'm so happy right now about COVID. It's awesome.
You're happy?
Yeah.
I'm actually like, I'm not worried for myself. I'm worried for others because there is a family I know whose whole family tested positive, and they are just completely.
Oh, I'm not actually happy. I'm pissed.
Oh well, I think everyone is, but I want to touch on like how scary it is because I have family friends. Their granddad of the kids that I know is in like terminal condition. Like he could die today. He could die tomorrow, and I would wonder like what I would do if I was in that position if my grandfather or grandparents were just in a ventilator and they're struggling to fight the virus. And I mean, I wouldn't say we joked about it, but we definitely just didn't give it any like regard. We thought nothing of it. We thought it was just a joke kind of. And looking now, when I'm seeing it firsthand, it's kind of scary. But I know for a fact it wouldn't really affect the younger generations, including myself. I think we're all pretty healthy, me and Jack included.
Yeah, but
Never know.
You never know what's gonna happen.
I think, but one of my like greatest achievements in all of the quarantine and COVID-19 is growing 5 to 6 inches. I grew from like
What is?
Growing so much. I grew like 5 to 6 inches over the span of 1 year.
I missed like the last 10 seconds of what you said. My computer turned off.
Oh, I said growing 5 to 6 inches. So at the start of March, I was 5'7". In January I was 5'7", and now I am 5'11" officially. I got myself measured again.
Yes, sir. I like to see that. That's good.
Yeah, Jack is 6'5". I'm 5'11". Also, we have to talk about the fact that Jack is 15 and I'm 14. Like, we are both extremely young for our tall heights. I think I'm taller than Ben now, no, right? I can't remember. I'm definitely taller than Mark.
You guys are about the same.
Definitely about the same. Now, Jack Quinn. How was that girl a couple weeks ago?
Hey. Keep
Yeah.
it PG on the podcast.
We definitely haven't already kept it PG, okay?
Nothing like that happened.
Nothing like that. No, they just... Oh, can't get that out. I'm not going to say. But Jack is a lady swooner, if you don't know. Jack literally swoons the ladies, and he doesn't even try. This man literally went downstairs, the girl followed, and bada bing, bada boom, da gabagool. You know what I'm saying? It was just, I don't know. Jack is just a lucky dude. Or he's smooth with it. He's definitely smooth with it. There's no doubt about it. Jack, can you confirm?
You know, I don't like to toot my own horn. So
I knew you were gonna say that. I was like, I knew he's gonna say I'm gonna toot my own horn. Oh, that's funny.
don't want to boast.
Don't wanna boast. Another thing about schooling is we have this investments teacher. Me and Jack both have his same class. His name's Mr. S. He's honestly a really kind soul, I guess you could say. But
Yeah,
the way
we won't
he's
say his full name because we don't have permission.
yeah,
But
Mr. S,
he's
we love you.
awesome.
You're a great
I'm
teacher.
very interested in the stock market now, actually.
Yeah, I think
And I
investing
and I
would.
do a little bit of investing. This isn't a sponsor, but get the app Best
Yeah,
Brokers
me and
if
Jack
you
both are
are
best brokers. I think I've made about
interested.
5K profit now. How about you? You've made like 20K, right?
Yeah, I've made a lot of good money,
Yeah,
and
you've made
well,
some pretty
20K is actually not that much, but like for just starting out, with your first
yeah,
purchases,
no.
it's big. But
If you think about it, like if you did that now with real money on like Robinhood and you just put down 1K and then you got back like 6K, that's a PS5. That's a PS5 for you and
so
me.
right now I have 34,000 stocks, 51,000 earnings in stocks,
I think yeah,
and
Jack's a lot more.
17 grand in spending cash. But if Best Brokers wants to come out here and sponsor, or whoever runs the app, I will gladly
I
tutorial of
think
how
me
to
and
do
Jack can
this.
both vouch for how fun of an app it is, and it definitely teaches the like.
Oh,
I
here we
think you
go.
have to realize that.
Lang and Schwartz, come sponsor now.
No, but the thing with best brokers is it kind of makes you realize that money doesn't grow on trees. If you make a few bad investments that you think are doing good, like I invested a lot of the money into Apple, and it didn't do so well. So I had to wait for another high, which took about
Really?
yeah, no, I at the time it was a decrease from the high that it had for a couple of days.
That's where
So
I make my money is Apple.
yeah, no, I actually had terrible success with Apple. It was crazy.
Apple's going for 155 a stock right
What
now.
is it up right now?
Oh, I got that wrong. I'm sorry. I'll tell you right now, though. Guys, in
It's
case you're wondering, if you want your little stock market update, here you go. Apple's going for $119 a share. It's down 76%. 0.76, but same thing.
it's definitely in the 1,000 range. I think you have to buy dividends if you're not willing to spend that much money right
It's
now.
simple. Buy low, sell high. You gotta buy. You don't want to always see. I learned this in the beginning. You don't want to always go for those big companies just because they're big name like brands.
Okay,
Because
I'm telling you though, Google is actually such a good investment. So
it's consistent. Everyone uses Google. Not everyone uses Apple all the time.
yeah,
Because
Google is a
Google's
very
not, Google's
consistent
not
company.
something that releases new items. It's just a thing you use consistently every day.
Yeah, and especially since Google has so many sub companies, like the stock, and especially there's two stocks for the two owners. So it really depends on which one you're investing in. But I
Yeah, there's
think
Alphabet and Google.
yeah, I think the G the Goog, and then there's the DOOGL Google stock, and I think my better investment between the two was the Goog and not the Google.
I haven't invested in Google, but I've invested in Regeneron.
Oh, it's worked. So okay, besides best brokers, and we're gonna obviously veer away from the topic of stock markets in a little bit because we have been ranting about how much fun investing is. And okay, so stock
We're
market game,
not with real money yet. Just to
not with real
clarify,
money.
we
We're
not
just
had that
practicing.
kind of money.
So stock market game is a regional game high schools play. I think I'm fifth in my class right now, 270 in the region. Not that good. I have a friend and classmate who's 50th, and he's just doing so well, made insane investments. But the problem with this game is it's not real time. Transactions are real time, but they don't go through till the market ends. And so you're eventually you can't put limit orders down, which is the only way to invest, in my opinion, is through limit orders. Because I've learned that from Mr. Schlesinger, because I talked to him about best brokers, and I'm like, hey, what's the best way to make the most profit and get the stocks for what you want? And he's like, limit orders. That's the only way you'll get the what you want because it has to reach that or it won't sell. And I'm like, all right, thanks. So limit orders only. Also, you won't even know what I'm talking about. But if you have the choice for an elective in your class, if you don't even have electives, just take online courses. Finance is the way to go. It is always helpful in life and just an enjoyable subject for most. I don't know.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
I think we're just kind of lucky meeting these people in our life. We've met this really we've met this really insane profit stockbroker at a CVS once. He
Oh, that
definitely
was fun.
definitely
That,
lured us. Yeah, go.
uh, can I tell the story? Like the
Yeah,
full story?
yeah. Tell the story. Tell the story.
Just a quick disclaimer. The market is not like the Wolf of Wall Street. Do not compare investing to that movie. That is a horrible comparison. But
Especially
anyway,
because it was scamming penny stocks. He wasn't actually doing the regular stock market. He had a mic. It was like very small. I wouldn't say micro
what he would
stocks.
do is he would convince people to buy and buy and buy into these almost fake companies, giving their money just to him for just him to have.
And then, of course, he distributed it through his company and made millions. Jordan Belfort, not the smartest man because
He
he's like
actually has a podcast, and it's really interesting.
it
He
is a good
basically
listen.
takes,
But
he
you know
takes
what's
all the Wolf of Wall Street scenes and tells how they actually went.
so you understand that he's like $100 million in debt?
Right now,
Yeah, right now he has absolutely no money to his name. He is extremely in debt. I don't know if it's 100 million, 20 million. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely in the millions.
how is he surviving?
Because he's making it. I think it's a dividend he has to pay every month until I think it's gonna go on till the rest of his life. Honestly, he definitely can't make the same amount of money he used to. But I think he's a smart enough investor.
He's not allowed back in the stock markets, pretty much.
For
Like
sure,
he
for
can
sure.
invest on his own, but he can't be a broker anymore, and he's not gonna get a job. So he's
Yeah.
just making money off whatever he can. But anyway, the story. So me and Tristan at CVS just getting some good snacks, whatever.
Good snack, good eats, good eats.
Good eats. And this guy walks in a suit and a briefcase, and I had to ask. I was like, "Sir, do you work on Wall Street?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm a stockbroker." And he seemed like a really normal guy, which most stockbrokers are. Like, just let that sink in. And then as this guy's leaving, I'm like, "Sir," he talks to us about how much money he makes, blah blah blah. I won't say, but and then he just goes,
No, he didn't say how much he made specifically. He's like, I'm
"Say how
not.
much his friend
He's,
makes."
yeah, no, he's kind of. I think he was actually guilty of something, and he was in it. Unlike he was a what's the word? Not verdict. What would
He
you
was
say?
like a victim, not a victim. Like I know what you mean.
Like he was proven guilty of something, and he was a crimey. I don't know what the word is for a crime committer.
Yeah, I don't know either. And so as he's leaving, he tells us, he's like, "Do you guys want to work on Wall Street?" And we're like, "Yeah, that would be cool." And he goes, "You're gonna do a lot of drugs and liquor," and just leaves. That was
Yeah.
it.
And then he
And it's
told us how
very
his
weird.
friend who just got out of college was making like 300K a year.
Yep.
Oh, criminal. Yeah, he was apparently a criminal. I don't know how. I don't know why. He said he was. He didn't give us any information on it. But yeah, he said he was a criminal, and but he told us a lot of like very interesting things about Wall Street and just working in Wall Street. And it kind of makes you be like, this sounds fun. I want to do it. But I guess that mindset only, I think there's like, I wouldn't say goody two shoes, but yeah, goody two shoe people who would be like, no, that life sounds terrible and that would never work out. And it'd probably make me end up dead. And there's some.
The key with the market is you want to start as early and get out as early as possible.
That's true. I think I wouldn't say I want to retire, but I would definitely want to retire like early 50s, because then I could actually do something with my retirement money. If I'm retiring when I'm 65 and I'm old and frail, what's the point, Like there is.
Yeah.
I'd just be an army general at that point.
So enough about the market, but I just wanted to.
All right, gist of that whole topic about stock markets, everything. Best Brokers, good app to get into investing. If you have a finance class at your high school, take it. And if they have the stock market game, honestly, just look up some guides, because that the stock market game, I think it's by a foundation, but the stock market game has some crazy stupid investing like logic. So look up tips on how to make the most out of that so you can win and impress your teacher. Because if you're like top 10 in the region, you'll get extra points, because it happened in my class. What was I even getting at? Okay, finance class, take it. Best Brokers, get into it. Teaches you how to invest. Start investing early. We would know. My dad invests for me because he doesn't trust me with money. He's got me like 3 of the stocks that I've invested in, told them to invest in, are up 50%. You know, it's working. It's working. And it's just going good.
So, yeah, that's all I had to say about that. But you know how it is. Just get the
We
app.
know
It's
how it
good.
is. We know it is. You know, bring up a topic, Jack.
I don't know. What do you like? I feel like the world's been pretty boring lately. I mean, um, because we can call it here if you want.
I want to talk about a little something more. I don't know. I think the stock market was a good topic to talk about. I think we talked a little bit about 2K. Let's just do a wrap up, I guess, because I want to
Yeah.
touch back on things, answer, I guess, questions that I've thought of that I feel like some people might be asking.
All right.
I think, okay, let's start with what we plugged the channel a lot, which I apologize for, but you know, we've been gone for a while. We want people to watch in. This is like, I guess, a passion between me and Jack. I think me and Jack both wanted to be, I guess, not just online entrepreneurs, I guess. Some like, not influencers, because that's like Lele Pons. I don't want to be like Lele Pons. I want to be
Just
someone
know that
people who we won't let one of people who can listen to.
you listening to this right now and sending it to your friends and recommending it literally means the world, because
You know,
you're helping me in my future and him and his future. And
me and Jack, I think both of us we both have a very bad record with school. And so we both know that college might not always be the best option. And if it was, we might not even get into the best colleges.
go to college, though. Do not skip out.
Do not listen to us. You know, we're still sticking with everything we're going with, because we have very strict parents. At least for me.
They want the best for me.
They all want the best for us. Love your mother. That's one thing. Your mom is very important. I've realized this. Your mom is, it may sound really corny, but okay, I'm not going to actually finish that sentence. I'm going to come off as such a, I guess, pussy.
And real quick, I didn't want to sound like a desperate man, but like I said,
That's
just
not
like
what
sharing this
desperado means.
I know, I realized that.
Okay, so Jack, I know what Jack's going to say. Share it with your friends. That's what you need.
Because it means so much. I'll love you forever if you do.
Because like, we will give you the Glock Ashcash 9000 if you give the subscription.
And because this is we're gonna start personal channels off of this soon.
Oh, I don't want to. I'm not gonna plug my personal channel, but there is one.
I have one out there. No videos yet, but when I do, I'll
okay, one thing though, we need to talk a little bit about the tick and the talk made together. TikTok. No, I want to talk about one creator specifically who's been, I guess, thriving. Is Polo Boy. This guy's been so funny recently. Like, I've enjoyed so many of his videos. One of the videos was about talking about how like he hates like some of his like, not boyfriends but friends that are boys, because like he was talking about how if you bring something squishy around them, they'd be like, this shit valid, trying to fuck, or they're trying to fuck it and shit. And he's like, bro, what are you talking about? And it's just funny, man. He's got some really good content, and I think he deserved the verification like so many years ago. Like, not years ago, but like at 1 mil, maybe 1.5 million. Like, he deserved it so much earlier than he got it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I just want to hate on Bryce Hall, Noah Beck. They're just not good like modern day crushes. Like, I think Jacob Sartorius was actually more loved by these like teenage boys than Noah Beck and Bryce Hall. What I mean by that is, like, people hated on Jacob Sartorius, like people like me, but I hate more Noah Beck and Bryce Hall than I do Jacob Sartorius.
I can agree with that.
Yeah. So we just talked about plugging. Sorry about that. It just means a lot to us because, you know, this is our dream. We talked about 2K, talked about the PS5, talked a little about the talk just then. We talked a lot about the stock market. And I know in the beginning I said we're 14 and 15, and our advice might not seem that well wanted, I guess you could say, but trust me, we have a wonderful teacher who could probably teach you how to make a lot of money, and we have him as guide. Honestly, it'd be sick if we could get Mr. S on the podcast.
I don't think he'll ever come on, but if he ever lets me one day, if this podcast ever gets big, I will plug his email so you guys can ask him questions.
Yeah, I think
Only questions about the market though. Don't be dumb. Don't be stupid.
Don't be like, no, I'm not gonna talk about his head. We're gonna skip over Mr. S for a sec. Yeah, so I think it's about closing time.
I think it is.
I think it's about.
You want me to close it out?
I just want to say one thing before you can close. We're gonna be making some Among Us content definitely soon. Jack has played a lot more than me, definitely shown by his Steam hours. But yeah, so I think Jack's idled though. So yeah, you definitely have 100 hours, and like 70 of it is from idling.
I just want you guys to know I leave my computer on a lot. I've not played this game for 100 hours. I've definitely played it for a lot though. But anyway,
maybe 50 to 60.
That's it for tonight or today, wherever you may find yourself watching this. But have a good one. Live life.
We hope.
Make sure to share this with your friends. Get it popping because we're gonna have some
Also,
content.
I have to stress this enough. If you don't actually enjoy it and you're just gonna kind of bollock on us for just being a podcast, then we don't want your hate. We just want, I guess,
honesty.
We want honesty. If you really think we can improve on something, please comment it. Dislike it. If you dislike it and you comment, that's honestly better than just watching this, laughing, and then leaving. Because
that's a fact.
If you could tell us what we're doing wrong and how to improve, that would mean actually more to us than subscribing or just sharing this with a good intention. Because improvement is always the first step to improvement is the first step to success. If we improve, then people will enjoy it more, and then people will like it more. So if you don't like it and you don't want to share, but if you don't like it and you don't want to share, just tell us in the comment and what you don't like about it and how we can fix about it. All right, go Jack.
Before I officially close out, is the last thing that's going to be said in the episode. Consistency is key to succeeding on the internet, and that's what we're going to work on, is consistently uploading no matter how low views we get, because I know from a legend I will talk about this man next episode, but
and next episode, never
Thank
know.
you.
It could be tomorrow. The next episode could be tomorrow.
So thank you so much for watching.
Thank you for watching Beyond the Bullshit podcast. I'm your host and co-host, Tristan Jack. Thank you so much. Means the world.
Wow.
Make sure to subscribe and share. We love you guys. Bye.